The longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It is time for Coffee and on ON Radio, Tuesday morning, March the 11th. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name's Joe Callahan, and at the Coffee and Table, we'll say hi to Linda Tebow. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
And Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
And Ed, time for a first message from the office. What's going on over there?
The office?
Yeah, let's call it the office.
Okay.
The Carew Investment Group office.
Oval
Not the Oval Office.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
seen you in those pictures, Ed.
You're not going to.
Oh, well, good.
I try to stay out of politics.
Smart man.
All right, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Our telephone number is 765-8880. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal management of investment accounts depending on what you're looking for, whether it be current income, a 401k rollover, or growth for the future. We can put together a program to assist you to achieve your goals. And we've been in business of investing for clients for over 38 years, or since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. So give me a call at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, members FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed. Linda, it's a good thing Ed's here today because, as we've been hearing on our news, Ed, the sky is falling. I mean, it is. We really should be panicking and running for the hills or wherever you want to run to. At least that's what they keep saying. It's the worst it's been since 2009. It's the worst. It's the worst 50 days on the stock market since 2009, which was that Obama's first? Yeah, and so that's what they just keep saying. And I'm always trying to keep in the back of my mind, Ed says, not to worry, but the news keeps pushing it. How, God, the sky is falling.
Because the news doesn't know anything.
Well, I'm sure they don't.
I have to choose my word carefully there.
I know. All they look is they look at the numbers.
They look at the number and don't have a clue what it means.
They just know it's down.
Yeah.
And it's down. And so they go down. Let's write a story. Stock market's down.
Yeah.
So I know it's the uncertainty. It's the tariff, no tariff, no tariff. Keeps going back and forth.
Tariff, no tariff. Ukraine.
No Ukraine. Yeah.
Right. Gaza.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. China.
Yeah. Okay.
And all the other stuff because of the tariffs. Fighting with Canada now. They got a new prime minister.
Yeah, that's right.
And he wants to take on Trump.
And,
all this kind of stuff. You also got the debt ceiling or whatever you want to call it.
The government's going to close on Friday, right?
That's this week.
That's Friday.
Right.
Friday.
If you don't have enough reasons, because you got Elon Musk running wild.
Yeah.
But every time there's a new president,
we're first 50 days here.
50 days, okay. That's when they try to do as much stuff as they can. And they try to do it without concern to how it's going to affect anything else.
Okay.
Because they want to get it done and let people get all upset because we're going to change what's going on in the country and maybe in the world and stuff like that. And once they get it all done the way they want and then they make all the changes and the adjustments to the changes, that'll be next. Things get better.
Okay.
But every presidential election, if you look at them, the first 50 to 100 days, that's when they do all kinds of stuff. And that's when you normally get negative reactions from the stock market. It's nothing unusual. And as bad as it seems, and as bad as the media is trying to make it look, we get a 5% S&P correction.
Okay.
Well, it's like normal.
Yeah. And I'm sure this is normal too, because I got my statements in the mail for the last month. I said, I bet this is down, and I opened it up. Yep. Okay, but did I panic? No.
No.
This will correct itself. You're just gonna wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is in turmoil.
Yeah.
And presidents do, but he's doing it with energy. He's doing it on on I'm not saying he's on steroids, but you know what I mean. No, you know what I mean. A lots.
Well, he's doing more this time because he came into office with knowing who he wanted in which cabinet position.
Right.
And he got them.
And he got them.
Yeah.
The first time he came in, he was like scrounging around. Well, who am I going to put here and who am I going to put there? And a lot of them didn't last very long.
No, they did
No.
not.
That's right.
So this
He
time,
either got rid of them or they quit. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But this time he has already knew who he wanted there.
Yep.
I mean, it was no surprise when they were publicly announced. It certainly wasn't a surprise to anybody in my business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's able to move forward with his plans.
Yeah, like full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I don't know if it's happening in the Midwest. It seems to happen, Boston, New York, L.A. That's where all the protests seem to be taking place. And I don't know if you heard, we had the story yesterday. These people plan to keep protesting every Saturday at the Tesla dealership in Boston, or right outside Boston. I'm not exactly sure where it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's the closest Tesla dealership. But they're just not happy
Well, they don't like them.
with Elon
They don't
and
like
Trump, and so
Elon.
therefore they're going to
Yeah.
be, they're going to be protesting at the dealership,
Yeah.
trying to stop people from buying Tesla cars.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
try to get them in the pocketbook. I don't know if it's having any effect
boycotting.
on the sales of Tesla.
Yeah. Well, he's not a lovable kind of guy.
He's not warm and fuzzy.
He's not warm and fuzzy. He tries to have the child with him all the time to make him look more human, but
Yeah.
he's not a warm and fuzzy kind of guy.
Oh, Tesla sales are down.
Are they?
Are they? I'm
They're
sure
not. They're not a publicly traded company.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And even didn't they they set one of his charging centers on?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah.
In Andover or somewhere.
Yeah.
And there was the guy in Brookline, who was he had the picture of Elon saying doing the Nazi salute, turned into a sticker.
Yeah.
And then he was putting the stickers on Tesla cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He thought he had a First Amendment free speech that allowed him to do this.
Oh, I don't think
And
so.
the Brookline police said, no.
No, you don't. No,
This is
no,
called
no, no.
vandalism.
No, you can
and
say what you want.
You've been arrested for
Yeah,
what you were
yeah.
doing. You
Yeah.
cannot do this.
You
So
know, free speech is.
So-
it's freedom of expression. It's really not free speech. But that's vandalism.
and that is vandalism. So as we all right, moving along, as we like to bring up to Ed, and anything that's going crazy down in his area of Massachusetts, the whole Middleborough, Lakeville
going on,
section.
Ed?
Well, it's not Middleborough, it's not Lakeville, but the next town over is a town called Freetown. All right, this is close
Oh,
enough.
Freetown, I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
Freetown, that close to you?
Oh, yeah.
And so
Oh,
another barn caught on fire.
Yeah.
And they've been having a lot of fires in that
Bonfire,
area.
yeah.
Well, the conditions are right for fires, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So they're looking for the cause of this fire in Freetown. It killed some chickens, some ducks, and some rabbits. It destroyed the barn. They were able to get the bigger animals out before the whole thing became engulfed. They say the high winds allowed flames to spread quickly.
Well, it's been so windy.
It was, especially over that past weekend. So, yet another fun thing. All right, for in that area of Massachusetts.
Freetown has a lot of weird things that happens.
What are the weird things happen in Freetown?
Just don't go to Freetown Forest.
What's going on there? What's going on in the forest?
Really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Are
got
the-
puckwudgies.
Are the witches getting together for
Close. Puckwudgies.
Pop what?
Puckwudgie.
I don't know what that is.
Look it up. I can't
I
explain
can't.
it.
How do you spell it?
These little guys. These little.
Really?
Well,
like
That's
I've never seen one in person, but
that's-
there's actually signs in the forest that says "Beware of puckwudgies."
wedgies.
How are we spelling?
Wudgie.
What
how are we spelling it?
UCKWDGY or something like that.
Okay, we'll have to look that up.
All right, now. See, this is. I was an English minor in college.
Sure, go ahead.
Puck is a character in one of Shakespeare's plays,
Well, I don't know about that.
and Puck is a sprite. He's kind of mischievous, and
Yeah.
and he hangs out in the woods. So I'm wondering if this is a Shakespeare reference that they're doing
I
down there.
have no clue.
Okay, but they put signs up, huh?
Yeah.
Puck-
Interesting.
Interesting. So okay.
It's said that Forest is haunted.
Haunted?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And it's very close to the Bridgewater Triangle. I
Okay.
think part of it might be in the Bridgewater Triangle.
Interesting. All
I think I
right.
mentioned that.
Yeah,
Bridgewater
like-
Triangle
Yes,
you
you
did.
did. Yes.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people go ride their horses in there,
Yeah.
and the horses won't go. They'll go to a certain point,
And
and then
stop.
they won't. They don't want to go. They'll rear up and they'll do all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's a strange place.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we've ridden
Oh,
there a few times.
A horse senses it.
Oh, yeah,
but
they're
humans
sensitive to
humans don't.
Yeah.
What about dogs or something like?
Freetown. We went there one time. They were training. We went there to do a trail ride, and they were training dogs to pull sleds.
like
and
the
this is-
like the Iditarod?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, but it was like summertime, so they
Oh,
were
so these
pulling
were
them.
wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how they train them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. A puckwudgie is a human-like creature from Native American folklore. They are said, so it's not Shakespeare. Okay. They are said to be mischievous forest spirits that can transform into animals. Oh, and there's a picture.
Did you see a picture?
Well, a little picture of
Yeah,
what
I've
these
seen
guys
pictures of them before,
like.
yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So they get
Did you say anything about Freetown Forest and Puckwudgies?
no, but they got the whole thing. There's a map, and it goes to all the. Okay, we go as far west as Minnesota, and every state to the east, all the way into Nova Scotia, and about as far south as Illinois, and then everything east is
Really?
where these puckwudgies are. They have a big nose and big lips, or a dog-like snout. They have porcupine-like hair that runs along its back, smooth gray skin, big ears, and 2 to 3 feet tall. I've never heard of this, but they're called puckwudgies. Wow.
never tried
See,
that.
you learn something about
do.
Freetown
Puckwudgies.
Forest.
And by the way,
today
it's
and other places.
it's P-U-K. There's no,
P-U-K.
Okay.
there's no
There's no
C.
C.
Puck.
There's no
No,
C.
no see them.
Yeah, see, Puck in Shakespeare is P-U-C-K.
P-U-C-K. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
funky.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Learn something new every
Yeah.
day.
All right. Moving on to. I don't know if you guys want to comment on this. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. There was an execution down in South Carolina over the weekend. He
Yes.
chose his method of execution.
Firing squad.
He wanted firing squad. I'm like, I didn't even know prisoners could choose. But what if someone were to choose something like bizarre as an execution? And all I can think of, and Monty Python did a movie called The Meaning of Life, and the method of execution was just ridiculousness. And it was like 10 women chasing a guy off a cliff, and that's how he died. And of course, they did it for laughs.
Yeah.
But what if a prisoner comes up with something bizarre? What if they actually said, "I want the guillotine"?
I thought they said there were only 3 choices.
Are there only
Yeah, I was
3?
going to say that.
You know, by injection,
lethal
electric
injection.
chair, or
the firing squad.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so
I
here are
heard-
your 3 choices. You can't come up with.
No,
I want to be
no.
bitten by bats until I die.
No,
kind of
no,
thing.
no, no,
so
no,
you don't
no,
have
I,
that
I
choice.
thought it
No.
was choice of the 3.
No, nobody would come up with that idea but you.
Nah, thank you.
I would think that's probably the.
Best. Well, the prisoner said
What do you think?
this is probably out of the 3. It's the most barbaric. He was trying to get a discussion going, and which is what we're doing
Yeah.
around the country to stop the death penalty.
Oh.
And we shouldn't have it at all,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And so, but yet he was
Yeah,
shot
well,
and killed.
I think there's been evidence that, like, by injection, it takes about.
Well, that's what he was worried
you're
about.
not
It takes
dead
too long.
inst-
It's
you're
not instant.
dead-
It's
you're
not instant. It's like 20
instant,
minutes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he
Yeah.
didn't want to be cooked on the electric chair
Well,
either.
no would I.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, even when we euthanize an animal, it's not 20 minutes. It's,
Yeah.
It's they first they sedate them and make them comfortable, and it's very quick.
Very quick.
Very
Yes.
quick for an animal.
I've had to put a dog
Yeah,
down,
so
and
you
it was
see,
almost
it was
instantaneous.
almost instantaneous.
I said, why don't
yeah.
we do this with humans then?
I don't know. I guess it's how they mix the.
Yeah, it's
The
the same
drugs,
thing.
okay.
We had to put
Oh.
one of Jane's horse
horses
down
down,
last
yeah.
year, and the vet gave her the shot of
to
just
relax,
calm her, to
calm
relax
her.
her,
Yeah.
And let her
then-
sleep.
Yeah, and she said that when I give her the other shot, she's gonna fall.
Fall,
And
yeah,
before
right.
she hits the ground, she'll be dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they stood there for a few
Yeah.
minutes and
Yeah.
checked the heart and checked for pulse and this
Yeah.
and that, and she was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, they
Should
do
we-
not suffer.
Should we? But for humans, should we use a firing squad, or is that just too passe? Is that too 1800?
Well,
should
they
we not
said
do
it
that
hadn't
anymore?
been done in, what, 15 years?
Well, 15 years, so that's
That's-
19 something. No, it's 2000s.
Do the math.
Is it? Yeah, I'm trying to in my head. I keep forgetting it's 2025. To
Yeah.
me, it's still like 1998.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, should we not use firing squad? Is it too rough in this enlightened times? I don't know.
Well,
Thoughts?
They die instantaneously.
Yeah, it's his choice.
Yeah, it is his
You
choice.
know, and it's probably not every state that has that choice.
No,
Probably
they don't.
not.
And well, not every state has the death penalty either.
Right.
Right.
You know, Rhode Island
Mass doesn't.
doesn't.
Unless
Rhode
it's a
Island doesn't.
unless it's a federal, but then it becomes a federal issue.
Well, then it's a federal
yeah.
issue. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and some states, I guess you don't have a choice, and I think in California does what was it? Gas chamber. That's what it's called. That's what they use.
They're still using that? Yeah.
Well, it's been a little while since they've killed somebody, so I think they're still using it.
Yeah. I'm surprised they still have the
Yeah.
death penalty.
And it's just, Ed, you're a gun guy. They asked for volunteers from the prison to do the execution, and they got 3 volunteers to do it.
Yeah.
Three guards guy, and one was given, and they didn't know which one. One was giving a blank, so they really don't know which one did the killing. Is this something you think you could do if someone came to you and said, Ed, you're a good marksman. We need you to execute this prisoner. Here's the brutal crime they did. And his crime was pretty brutal. Do you know what his brutal crime was?
I don't remember.
He killed his girlfriend's parents with a baseball bat.
Oh, okay, yes.
And
that's
so that's pretty gruesome right there. If you were a guard, Ed, do you think you could you volunteer for that? I don't think I could.
I shoot targets.
I know you do.
That's it.
Yeah.
I shoot people. I don't shoot animals.
Don't shoot
Just
people. Don't shoot
targets.
animals.
I shoot
Okay,
paper
Targets.
targets.
perfect.
Paper
Okay,
targets, yeah.
Linda, could you do it?
Oh, no. No.
I don't think I could do it either.
No.
But that's me, and I'm a lousy shot. So I don't think going with me is not a good idea. All right, we're going to take our first break here of the Coffee and Program. It is time for a second message, Ed, from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. And to find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, give us a call at 765-8880. Integrity, Trust, Service, the Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. And the Coffee and Program will continue. You can call in your comments and questions at 766-1240. You will always find great homemade food at one of the best restaurants in the Blackstone Valley, Missy's Family Restaurant, 801 Clinton Street in Woonsocket. They're open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week beginning at 6 a.m. and on Fridays they're open for dinner until 7 p.m. You can always get breakfast all day long at Missy's Family Restaurant. And don't forget about their award-winning Dynamites. Missy's Family Restaurant, 801 Clinton Street in Woonsocket.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON AM and FM.
It's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And Ed, this doesn't affect us. Good. So, but Linda, and since you were in politics, can you give us a good reason why Rhode Island does not have a bottle bill? No, Ed and I, boy, there's been a bottle bill in Massachusetts as long as I can remember.
Yeah, me too.
Where you get charged an extra 5 cents every time you buy like a 2-liter bottle of soda.
Yeah.
And then they want you to bring the bottle back, and you put it into a machine.
And you get your money back.
Well, you get a coupon.
You get
you get a coupon because sometimes most people bring back a lot.
Yeah.
Well, one's just okay. You bring it back, and now you get 50 cents, and then you bring it into the store where you redeemed it, and you buy a bunch of other stuff. And when you go to the checkout, okay, your bill comes to $150. Well, here's a thing for 50 cents.
Oh, is that
okay,
how that
now
works?
your bill's
Yeah.
$149.50.
Yeah.
But you were a town administrator. What is the opposing? Why do people do not want this?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably because it makes it cost more, what you're purchasing with that bottle.
Would you
tax.
say that's the situation in Massachusetts?
Well,
then?
you pay so much per bottle or per
well,
can.
well, that's
But
right.
you pay
but
more.
but you're gonna get it back.
You pay more.
But
If you recycle it.
but
if you
will
bring
you
back.
get it back?
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people won't go to come to Rhode Island. It's cheaper. You're not going to pay as much because how many people will really bring it back?
I think part of the cost problem
But,
has
you
to
know,
do
I-
with the store. They're going to bring back something that, first of all, is probably not clean.
Yeah.
Has to be, somebody's going to have to take care of it. They're going to have to store it somewhere because it's not going to be picked up every day by the bottling company and the cans and stuff like that.
But those machines crush
Oh, but
the cans and the
you
bottles.
bring them back to the store where you purchased them?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
Unless-
they have places where you can go.
As long as it's like water or soda, you can bring it back anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, in Massachusetts. If it's liquor, you have to bring it back to a liquor store. I know because I've tried.
Yeah.
I tried putting the Heineken bottle in where the Stop and Shop is,
Yeah.
and it kicks it out.
Yeah.
It says we don't take this.
And I don't know why or when they stopped because I remember when we were little kids that if you brought your bottle back to the store, you got a nickel.
You got a nickel,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But
Well-
so I don't know why or when. Maybe because people are.
It's coming up in the
kids,
news.
it's wonderful. Here, I'm gonna go get a nickel.
I've never tried it. If you get the slip of paper out of the machine and you brought it to the customer service desk, would they just give you the cash for it? I've never tried doing
We used to
that.
actually get a nickel.
Okay.
Or you could buy
Well,
some
a new
candy.
poll conducted for Save the Bay found support for a bottle bill to establish a recycling deposit program. It found widespread concern about litter and waste along Rhode Island shorelines and the ocean. The survey of 400 registered voters in Rhode Island found that after hearing arguments from both sides, 58% of Rhode Islanders support such a bottle bill, 31 are opposed. And the others just were indifferent to the whole thing. The margin of error on the poll was 4.9%. There are companies that do this that just do this.
Well, there are places in Rhode Island where you can bring recycled cans, but they're very tricky. They're not tricky. They're very. They just don't want any can. It's got to be only
Really?
certain cans.
Like Coke instead
Like
of
Coke.
Pepsi?
No. But Coca-Cola, Pepsi, beer cans.
Okay.
But
But what
they
don't
might
they
not want another kind. Like those.
Like those seltzers? Or?
Those things that the kids are drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. So because people have
Or
told
the
me-
energy drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's because it's not really a good can.
Okay, Linda, you got a bottle right there
I
in front of
do.
you. It should be on there that tells you where it's okay to return it. Is it on there? Usually it tells you the states that this is recycling in.
I
Usually
don't.
it's Mass or Maine. Maybe because you bought it in Rhode Island, it won't say it.
Yeah.
You don't see it anywhere?
I don't see it.
Okay. Ed, you must have seen it on the roads in Massachusetts. I see it. I used to see it a lot up at Patriots games. People walking around with shopping carts and plastic bags full of these
right,
cans and
exactly,
bottles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were bringing them back, and they're gonna get $10 or $20.
Yeah, oh yeah, some people will, and a lot of people don't return them. They just throw them away.
They do. I don't know why they would do that, but they
Alright.
do.
It's just help to conserve, and then it's scan.
All
It's
right.
got a thing.
It must have been bought in Rhode Island, so it
But you
wouldn't
know
have
what? A
that
lot
tag
of
on it.
people, I knew one, I think it was the men's club up in Burrville, and they were collecting cans. They would collect cans to raise money.
Yeah.
To raise money for what they gave out scholarships and stuff like that.
Oak Point does that where I live.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a recycle bin for
Yeah.
cans and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they do. Last
Yeah.
year, Oak Point Scholarship Committee, we donated $72,000 to the schools, the Middleborough, Halifax, and
nice.
Lakeville schools.
Wow, that's
Okay.
that's a lot of cans.
Yeah.
So the only problem with the recycling situation in Massachusetts that I've seen is you can get all your bottles and cans together, and then you bring it to the machines to put the cans in, and sometimes there'll be a little display. The machine is full. We can't accept anymore, and so now you've wasted a trip,
Yeah.
and it bugs you.
You know what? Park and Shop, which is no longer there, they had one
Yeah.
of those. Yeah.
Right, all right,
Yeah, they
because
had
they're in
one of those.
Massachusetts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Massachusetts. Yeah.
And it right now it works.
So-
When they
But
work,
I don't know why they
it
ever
works great.
stopped. Not a clue. As
And
to
I don't know
they-
why it just hasn't come back in Rhode Island.
Don't
It's
know.
not. Yeah, for a 6-pack of Coke, you're gonna pay an extra 30 cents.
Yeah.
For the deposit. Well, just
Bring it back.
bring them back.
Yeah. Yeah, but who in
But
this
it's a
day and
hassle.
age?
It's
Yeah,
not
bingo.
a hassle.
Oh, yes, it
now
is.
I sound like an environmentalist.
Yeah.
It's a
But it's
hassle.
not a hassle.
It is a hassle.
I have a certain.
in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a
All right.
hassle.
Yeah.
But I have a certain container in my house.
Yeah.
This is the bottle and can recycling bin. Don't put it in the regular recycling bin because this is what I'm going to get money back on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put
okay.
put your 2-liter bottles, any cans that we have, any regular bottles go in here,
Yeah.
and then once a week, we go grocery shopping, and then I'll take a look in there. And the last time I looked, there were only 3 bottles. I said, okay, that's not enough. 15 cents? No, forget it. And we'll wait another week and see if we pick up another 3 or 4 bottles. Okay, now if it's over 30 cents, okay,
Yeah.
now it's worth something to do. So, but you won't do it.
No.
Okay, too much of a hassle.
I've never seen them collected at like Shaw's where Jane generally shops.
Well, I don't know about yours,
And
but in my,
Market Basket and stuff. She never attempted to return
No?
anything. I've never seen a can or a place to return them when I've gone.
in the Stop and Shop I go to, not the one here in North Smithfield, there's a whole separate room, not even inside Stop and Shop, that you go and do this. Everyone just knows where it is. Shaw's has it inside there. As soon as you come through the automatic doors, it's to the right. It's before you even get a carriage, and they've set up a spot where you can recycle them. So it's convenient because you're going to the store anyway. So we do it.
Well, maybe it's up to the individual store to decide whether they want to do it or not.
In Mass, isn't it law that they have to do it?
It's law that they have to
Provide it somewhere?
charge, but I don't
Yeah.
know that there's
get the
a
money
law
back?
that says you have to, provide a place to take them back. I mean, there are some recycle centers that'll pick it up. There's one, Mucky's Liquors has a separate building
Yeah.
for that, and there's another place called Kurt's. It's like a huge convenience store, and he's got a place for that too. I've seen those two. It's the only two that I've seen. I'm not saying there's not more. I mean, I don't go around looking for
Okay.
them.
I know because my son lives up in Maine, and they have it as well.
They do?
5 cents,
Yeah.
and but they don't have the machines, and they have certain recycling buildings that he has to go to, and he likes to go because now it's an arcade game, and you got to place your bottles in certain bins, and so now he's throwing them. Okay, all the bottles go over here, all the plastic bottles go over here,
Uh-huh.
cans go over here. You got to get them in the right.
Oh.
I don't know how they unless someone's watching one to how much
Well,
money
I
he
know
gets back.
at Muckies
yeah.
they had a sign in the store one day that
Yeah.
said they were looking for help to work in the the
Okay.
recycle building.
We need. That's right.
You
We
know,
need people
so-
to wash out the bottles that, if in case they haven't been washed out, to send them back wherever they got to be sent back in. Not a real fun job.
No.
I don't think. But all right, the machines actually crush it because you can hear them, and then when they go
Yeah,
into
they
the
do
machine,
the
it
crushing.
crushes. It's fun to watch. It goes in, the bottle spins around because it's looking for the code. It's looking for
Yeah.
the QR code, and if it agrees, yep, that's the right one. Okay, it goes this way and gets crushed. If it doesn't agree, like if you put a liquor bottle in, okay, it goes out the other way, comes down the chute, take this away. And you know what I've done before? When I don't know, just think of doing it. When I all put all my bottles in, I will check all the other machines to see if any have come back that someone has forgotten. And I've picked up a good 10 or 20 cents.
Really? Wow.
People that have forgotten.
Well, you're
or
good.
they try it 2 or 3 times, it doesn't work, and I'll try it a third or fourth time, and it does work. I don't know. It's not it's not an exact science.
You're
I
good.
guess not.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, free money for me. There you go.
I'll get it in Rhode Island and pay less.
All
I'll
right.
get it in Massachusetts and throw it away.
It's time for a break here on Coffee and it's time for the weather forecast, which is being brought to you by unbound.org.
The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement for outdoor fire danger. Sunny skies today with a high of 63 and a south wind up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 35. Wednesday's weather mostly sunny with a high of 48 and a breeze from the north. Wednesday night, clouding up and a chance of some snow, but only a slight chance. Thursday, a slight chance of snow in the morning, switching over to a chance of rain, cloudy skies with a high of 44. Friday, mostly cloudy skies and 53. Saturday, mostly cloudy and 58. Sunday is a chance of rain, cloudy skies and 63. Sunday night, more rain. Monday, rain is likely, especially early in the day, mostly cloudy all day, high of 57 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street, sunny skies, and we are up to 40 degrees. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change the world, and it will change your own at unbound.org. People choose cremation over a casket burial for any number of reasons. Cultural or religious tradition, personalization, simplicity, cost, and time are just some of the reasons. But only you can decide if it's the right decision for you or your loved one. Annette at the Beraducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center can answer your questions about the cremation process to see if it's the right decision for you. Beraducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center, Spring Street, Woonsocket. Visit ProvidenceCremation.com.
Hello, this is Kevin Callahan. Join me and Pat Holland in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin. Sports talk every Saturday morning at 9 here on ON, AM, and FM.
It's Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. And okay, we need your opinion on this because now it's raised its head again because of a situation that took place. URI, Rhode Island College, Community College of Rhode Island, they have 3 state schools. URI has campus, they all have campus police. URI has campus police that have guns. They are armed. Rhode Island College, CCRI, does not. And now we just had that incident
At CCRI.
at CCRI. Did you hear about it, Ed?
No.
A man walked onto campus with an airsoft gun. So not a real gun, but enough to shake people up, enough to put it in lockdown.
And it can do a little bit of damage.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
get
sure.
your-
And he had a couple of
And
knives.
he had knives.
And so CCRI police don't have any weapons to fight back at this guy. They had to call Lincoln police and like that. So there's now a bill in the House in Providence to arm campus police at the Community College of Rhode Island. And Rick, North Providence Representative William O'Brien, he's right there where Rick is, said the last week's incident where a man with two airsoft guns and a knife was arrested on CCRI's Lincoln campus is a wake-up call. He argues that campus police at those state schools are not prepared for an armed incident. And I'm like, okay. Now, as an alum of Rhode Island College, and this is quite a while ago now. It says he's been in business 38 years.
Yep.
That's when I was in college, and I saw who the campus police were, and back then the campus police were retired people. I don't know if they were retired cops or what. I don't know what kind of background they had. And I'm like, I'm pretty happy these people don't have guns. Things have changed, especially when I took my daughter around looking at schools, and I saw the campus police, and they're much younger guys.
They're real.
And
They're
women.
policemen.
They're
Yeah.
real policemen now. So once again, I've done a 180 on this, and now I'm like, yes, I think the time has come that we do need to arm the police, the campus police at all 3 schools. Ed, should campus police be armed?
Yeah, I believe they should.
The state schools, okay.
In this day and age, definitely.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so,
okay.
definitely.
And Linda agrees
Yeah,
with that as too.
definitely.
It's you know, I want them to go through all the training if they don't have
Right,
any,
right.
learn how to shoot it, learn
Yeah.
how to shoot it safely and like that. But yeah, too many wacko people like this guy that went on the CCR campus because he had absolutely no association with the campus, didn't know anybody, wasn't a student,
No.
nothing, and he just arrives on campus with guns and a knife. So yeah, so I'm all for this, by the way. So all right, we're all in agreement.
Because resource officers in schools,
Like high schools?
high schools and
They have their
elementary
guns.
schools,
They have
I'm
their
sure
guns.
they must
Yeah.
because they're police
Yes.
officers.
That's what
So
I
why
not
I said,
them?
why does not? Why not? Well, because I think
We
most
want to make it a
resource-
safe campus.
Resource officers are from the police departments
Yes,
within
of the
that-
town.
Of the town,
Mhm.
so that
The schools, the
they
colleges hire.
They hire folks. Yeah.
I'll have to check. I'll
That
check
could-
with Melissa to see if this
Maybe
bill's going to
that-
go anywhere.
Maybe that.
So all
Well,
right,
you know, maybe that after that Lincoln, you know, the
yeah,
CCRI
like you said,
and Lincoln.
it's a wake up call. Hey,
Well, I
this
think
could
it
happen
might
anywhere.
be, yeah. Yeah, you know, but I'm just thinking, I guess we keep our kids safe in elementary and high school, but in college we don't.
Well, if you go to a, you know, I'm sure if it's a private school, let's say Providence College,
Yeah.
I'm sure they have their own security,
Yeah.
and they're probably armed, but that's a
Yeah.
private school.
Yeah.
This is a state school,
Yeah.
so we'll have to see what's going on
But
there.
I'm trying to, what's the difference? They're still somebody's child. That's your.
Well, now it comes down to money.
Yeah.
Who now we got to pay for it, and now your tuition's going to go up to pay for.
I think it also comes down to being a state school. You got to deal with the voters.
The voters, yeah.
Oh, you think you should go before the voters? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it should go before the
But
voters.
it
I'm
does,
saying
it does.
that the
Well,
voters
yeah.
would probably be up in arms,
Yeah.
no pun intended, if you had armed resource officers or campus police on state schools
Yeah.
But
because of their own personal beliefs, and they say
Okay.
my tax dollars are going to support something
Right.
that I don't support.
Believe it. Yeah.
But URI already has it,
Yeah.
and I don't remember any uprising from the
No,
community
no.
down
Well,
in
that's why
South County
this
saying,
fellow
"Oh,
has
this is a
that
terrible
bill
idea."
again. Yeah, the bill is there again.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know. if People say, "Well, it's a much bigger campus.
You know, I'm
it's-
just trying to think
and
of
there's more
what,
kids, it's
what
bigger.
is the difference, you know,
Between what?
resource in an elementary, you know,
Oh, yeah, I don't
school,
know.
high school, but not in a college.
I just remember being in elementary school, and the police came to, talk to the class about
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And there they were with their guns and handcuffs.
Yeah.
It was always so
Yeah, they're
cool
there, yeah.
to see that the sidearm
Yeah.
that was hanging off his
Yeah,
belt.
yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's a real police officer.
Yeah. Well, no, and I get that, you know,
Sure.
maybe they get,
All right, so that's up with the Senate. We'll see
What's
what
the
what
difference?
goes there. So the man wasn't happy down in Providence when he walked up to the Wendy's window, drive-through window at 4 a.m, and they said that we're closed. So he either busted the window or he opened the window and climbed in, gonna voice his concern. And so they said he became enraged, and he threatened an employee with a knife. And I don't know what the employee said. Well, we can't cook you anything because everything's closed or shut down or whatever. So he left. But he came in through the
window.
through
That
the
drive-through
bathroom window. No, he came through the
Oh, not the
drive-through window.
drive-through
No,
window.
he came through the drive-through window.
Yeah.
There are no windows in the bathrooms at Wendy's,
no, yeah,
or McDonald's,
yeah.
or things like that.
My gosh.
So, but yeah, so I'm not happy at 4 a.m. I wonder what time they closed. And someone was still there at 4 a.m, or they were there to open up. Ooh, that's another idea.
Yeah, that's
As
probably
mother
what it
used-
was.
that's-
I'm there. We open
Nothing
at
good
5 or
happens
6.
after 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. I want a Frosty.
Too bad.
We're not open yet. Okay. So, Not only did we have the man die in Burrillville, because
Yes,
he was
on the
found
hiking.
under a branch.
Hiking.
Have you heard anything more on that? Because we were going
No,
back and forth
haven't.
of how he might have died. Did he have a medical situation, and then the branch fell on him, or did the branch
Either
fall
way,
on him,
yeah.
and that's what killed him?
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything yet. All right.
Well, they're still investigating. We haven't.
Yes.
heard.
All right. And then the Wallem Lake Volunteer Fire Station in Burrillville caught fire.
Yes.
How embarrassing is that, Ed, if you're a
That's
firefighter?
with an engine in the.
With the engine in the
with
building.
engine, yeah.
So the other fire companies in town had to go put out the fire at the fire station.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luckily, the one fire truck has no damage. Sorry,
no
wait.
damage.
I'm sorry. The one fire truck in the building at the time was damaged. I said, I'm
It
sorry.
was, yeah,
I
I thought so.
misread
Is
a
this also
word.
in Burrillville?
Yeah.
Well, don't pick on Middleborough or Lakeville anymore.
Well, yeah, that's right. Your fire department's not burning down, right?
No.
So,
Farms.
Just barns.
so the cause of the fire is under investigation.
Well, I would
was
think
it?
so,
Was
yeah.
it started? Was it an electrical thing? We don't know yet. But now Burrillville's going to have to pony up some money to
Yeah.
purchase,
Well,
either fix or purchase a new fire truck.
Probably
And
all
these
of
things are
those
not cheap.
All those fire stations are old,
Are
know.
they?
So, well, many of them are, I would
Are they
think.
made out of wood?
No, but like the two in North Smithfield have
Are
been
they?
around forever. Well, maybe not forever, but for a long time.
All right. All right, Ed. You're not. Your town is not alone. Speaking of Middleborough, last week we had the story that Middleborough is suing the state of Massachusetts.
Yes.
All right, right over the line from Cumberland, Rentham's right there with you. The town of Rentham is suing the state over the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Over the MBTA Communities Act. The law requires that MBTA communities have at least one district zoned for multi-family housing. Town officials said they want information on the financial impact on education, public safety, and public works.
Of course.
The lawsuit also seeks an exemption from compliance with the law until the state provides funding for increased costs. Just like Middleborough.
Yeah.
Exact same thing is going on. So
Copycats.
We call those unfunded mandates.
unfunded mandates or a tax.
Well, you could call it that, yes. I call it, we used to, in the municipal world, unfunded mandates.
All right.
Somebody
Give
up
us-
there sits and
Give
thinks.
us money or take your train station out.
Well, we can't. See, that's the situation. They can't move the train station. That would take years to try to move the tracks and like that.
They
So
don't have to move the tracks. Take the station out.
the
Don't
buil-
stop
the
there
building-
anymore.
Just don't stop. Just whiz on
Go
by.
another 200 feet into Lakeville. Bother them.
Or Freetown.
Yeah, watch out for those puckwudgies.
But that's because you don't use the train, Ed. What if you're a resident of Rentham or Middleborough, and you do use the train?
Yeah.
And for some reason that's the solution. Well, we're just not stopping here anymore. Those people are not going to be happy.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's life kind of thing.
Yeah, it's life in a big city.
All right, get used to it.
Well, I think with the towns,
Yeah.
I know our town, there is zoning, we have zoning laws, and I know ordinances, zoning ordinance in all the towns. And for somebody on high to want to mess with zoning ordinances is not a good thing. And then, of course, now you're right. More police, more fire, more this, more that.
Yeah, they didn't do anything new for us.
Yeah.
No.
No.
All they want to do is impose another stipulation
Right.
that if you want to continue to have what you have,
Yeah.
And it's just
you
so
got to go and build these
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that you don't want.
and it's just so authoritarian.
Yeah.
You will do this.
Yeah. And
Do you understand? You will do this.
Yeah. And that's why the municipalities are not happy.
Yeah.
They're not
I understand that. Sure.
We
So,
have those zoning ordinance for a reason.
we'll see how these lawsuits pending will come out. All right. Unfortunately, in Needham, Massachusetts, a 47-year-old middle school teacher was charged for allegedly possessing and distribution child pornography.
Oh my God.
Teacher?
A teacher. Yeah. Middlesex District Attorneys said Michael Ciccolella was arrested at his home. He lives in Ashland, Massachusetts. They executed a search warrant. He was arraigned Friday. He's held on $500,000 bail. The school officials say no students are believed to have been involved or harmed, and he's been placed on leave, probably soon to lose his job very soon. So that's up there and that up there. More layoffs are coming in the healthcare up at Mass General Brigham. A second round of layoffs. This is mostly management and administrative positions. No doctors, no nurses. Potentially impact employees at 12 hospitals under the healthcare system's umbrella. Mass General Brigham said it's facing a projected deficit of $250 million within the next 2 years. And they're always considered one of the best hospitals.
They are.
If not in the world, at least in the country.
Yeah.
I think we just had it. They're like 6th in the world.
Yeah.
And but they're losing money.
Well, but they're losing money because of people that are not insured
Uninsured
or
people?
underinsured.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reimbursement that they get.
Exact. That's what I was going to say. The reimbursement
Reimbursement.
doesn't cover the expense.
It doesn't
Wow.
cover the expense, because that's shocking because we have such a, we need people in the healthcare profession. I mean, I'm still getting things.
They want
Come
you to
on
come
down.
back to work?
Recruitment, I'm like, really? Do you know how old I am, people?
Yeah, Jane gets them all the time,
Gets
too.
them all the time, yeah.
And
there's
at
one-
ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
You mean
The
ridiculously
offers are nuts.
high
And,
prices?
and,
Yeah.
and the sign-on bonus is $30,000, and I'm like, geez, maybe I might think about it.
Yeah. $100-something an hour.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you get a bonus for $30,000, stay for a month, and then quit?
Well, there was one
What are
that
the
I was really
stipulations?
interested. It was lifespan, and they needed a wellness nurse,
Okay.
and they knew how old I was
Yeah.
because I was the director of wellness, and I'm like, ooh, no. Most of the time you have to stay for at least a year.
A year. Okay. Well, all right.
That's the answer because that one really was like, whoa, maybe I should think about this.
All right, we got to take a break here in the Coffee AM program, but more coming your way. We ask you to please stick around to the Coffee AM program.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 465956.
Hey, it's Lamar from the Bob and Sherry Show. Everyone knows that I love food, but I also realize that I need to be healthy. And I have found that PhD Weight Loss is able to help me with both. I'm getting healthy and without needle sticks, medications, or gimmicks. And I'm not walking around hungry. In a little over 2 months, I've lost over 40 pounds. I feel great. The PhD Weight Loss Program is working for me, and it can work for you too. Right now, PhD is offering the first 11 callers 2 free weeks added to their weight loss program. Plus, when you fully commit, you'll get a 15% discount, receive a free weight loss and energy supplement bundle, and your program will be backed by the PhD Weight Loss, Get Results, or Get Your Money Back guarantee. So don't wait. Call now and mention Lamar for my 2 weeks free with my program. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900 or go to myphdweightloss.com.
The North Smithfield Emergency Management Agency is sponsoring a 9-week Community Emergency Response Team Training Class, CERT, for Northern Rhode Island residents. CERT is a volunteer organization of dedicated people assisting to protect lives and property in their communities. Train volunteers to help families, friends, neighbors, and first responders when needed. The CERT class includes training on the psychology of disaster trauma, light search and rescue, emergency preparedness, fire safety, and basic first aid. The class is offered free of charge and will be held on Tuesday nights from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Classes will start on April 8th and run through June 3rd at the Emergency Management Agency at 83 Green Street in North Smithfield. For further information, contact the EMA office at 767-2206 or contact Deputy Director Jay Levinson at 401-230-9327. Information is also available on our website, www.nsema.org. Remember, disaster preparedness should never be an afterthought. Now more than ever.
Hey, it's Coffee and on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And just so that you know, we've had our issues here in the city of Woonsocket with the mayor at different times throughout the last few years. But we're not the only town that has these issues. Ed, up in Everett.
Yeah.
In Everett, Massachusetts, the Everett City Council has issued a vote of no confidence in their mayor, Carlo DeMaria. The vote was called in response to the state inspector general finding that DeMaria was overpaid in longevity bonuses by $180,000.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that on the news.
Yeah.
You never got a bonus when you were town administrator? Or
No.
So, the council recently voted to order DeMaria to repay the $180,000, but they gave him time. You get 5 years to pay it back. Or pay it back over 5 years, whatever you choose to do. Now, DeMaria, he was out of town. He didn't attend the meeting when they took the no confidence vote.
Wow.
So, it happens in other towns as well. Ed,
Yes.
you're going to get this. Linda, you're not, because you live in Rhode Island, and I'm not. But close to 3 million Massachusetts electric utility customers will be receiving a $50 credit.
You're going to get that.
No, I'm not.
Why?
And I'll tell you. Governor Maura Healey says all residential customers of Eversource, National Grid, and Unitil. Now, is one of those yours, Ed?
Nope.
Okay, well, maybe you're not going to get it.
No, we got Middleborough Gas and Electric.
Well,
We
that's
got
what
our
that's
own
what I
company.
have. Mansfield has is the electric company.
Yeah, all right.
So,
you
are
got
we
a
still going to
private-
get it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Oh,
Do you
okay.
have Eversource?
No, I have Eversource for natural gas.
Do you use that for heat?
Yes,
Well, then.
but this
I
is
think-
electric. But I pay a separate bill
Yeah.
to the town of Mansfield for my electricity, and I pay a separate bill to Eversource for heat.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay, we're not getting it then, Ed.
I don't think so.
We're losing out on the
everything.
$50.
Mine's all comes in on one bill.
Does it?
bill. The
Oh, okay.
electricity. It's broken down. This is how much you paid for electricity.
Yeah.
This is how much you use for electricity. This is how much you use for gas. This is the total bill,
Okay.
and this is your discount.
All right. Lucky man in Dedham, Massachusetts. Worcester police recovered his dirt bike that was stolen from him 25 years ago.
Where is this?
Well, the bike was discovered in Worcester.
Okay.
Multiple stolen dirt bikes were recovered by the Worcester police last week, and one was the unit stolen a quarter century ago. The original owner was located with the help of the Dedham police. I guess he's living in Dedham now.
Wow.
And the dirt bike was returned to him. Here you go. 25 years later.
Wonder if it still works.
But they do say some of the specialized parts that he added to the bike were still there.
Really? Wow.
Hey, I bought that 25 years ago, and it's still on the bike.
Wow.
Wow.
I wonder if he still rides.
That was my next wonder.
Yeah, but I said that's pretty amazing. That he's probably thought, oh, this is long gone. I'm never going to get this back. And 25 years, here you go, sir. Alrighty, let's see. Do other things going on around the country. A woman in Sandy, Utah, got her 7th DUI charge. 7th. She was arrested in Sandy, Utah. Police said they were, when they pulled over the unidentified driver, they found 16 bottles of medication along with other pills and 2 bottles of liquor. She was booked into jail on a no bail order due to the concern she's a flight risk and a danger to the community, and especially if she's driving. Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
okay.
7, you wonder how she still has a license. Maybe she doesn't.
Maybe
and
she
was
doesn't.
driving
She's
without because
she's just driving
I
anywhere.
would think 3 times and you're out, you know?
Does anyone, do you have Netflix, Ed, Linda?
Yep.
I don't.
You
No.
don't? Okay, Ed, do you watch the show Love is Blind?
Nope. Never
Okay.
heard of it.
I guess it's like a bachelor or a bachelorette kind of show. Let's try to mix people. Let's match
okay.
people up, that kind of thing. Well, a participant for the Netflix show Love is Blind is leaving her would-be husband hanging at the altar. That makes for good TV right there. Contestant Sarah Carton told fellow contestant Ben Mazenga she couldn't marry him due to a difference in politics. Carton later on the show said she was disappointed Menzenga wasn't more engaged on issues including the Black Lives Matter movement and gay rights. The latest season's contestants were recruited from Minneapolis. So No need to watch this, Ed. I've already given away the spoiler alert. I've already told you what happens.
I had no plans to watch that.
Yeah. I don't
I'm
watch
still
shows
watching
like
Zero
that.
Day. I
Yeah.
haven't finished watching that series.
Not that we have them around here. We used to, but we don't anymore. But Krispy Kreme is rolling out a new donut to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
I saw it on television.
Did
It
you?
was delicious.
Does it look good? Okay. 4 new types, including the Pot of Gold donut. It's an original glazed donut dipped in caramel buttercream and gold glitter sprinkles. Krispy Kreme is also giving away a Pot of Gold pass to random customers on March 17th, offering free donuts for a year. That's what I need. May the luck of the Irish be with you.
Yeah, they were.
Pardon, for Rhode Island residents and Mass residents, where's there a
Do
Krispy
you
Kreme
have
in Mass?
I don't know.
I don't.
I think
Was there
there's-
one in
I
Boston?
think there is, but I'm not sure.
The only one I can ever think of is that Mohegan Sun.
That's what they said. There's one there.
There is one.
Because that was on a TV, and they looked delicious.
Oh, they are.
They are pretty good.
Yeah.
The original one, it's
Yeah.
wicked good.
Yeah,
All right.
never had one.
The one in Mohegan Sun is perfectly placed. It's right across the hall from where you check in your, if you want to, check in your coat check.
Really?
So when you turn around, it's staring at you before you, and then there's the door to leave.
I'll take a dozen to go, right?
And you should see the line at night.
I'm sure.
Because I've gone there, for concerts and things like that. So you go get your coat, and then, it's going to take a while to get your car out of valet parking. Let's get a dozen donuts for the ride home. They do very well there. So okay. Let's see. Do you watch You? YOU on Netflix?
No.
Netflix has got a lot of shows.
They do.
The trailer for Netflix's 5th and final season of You is out. Joe Goldberg, played by Penn Badgley, will return to New York this season to enjoy his happily ever after until his perfect life is threatened by the ghost of his past and his own dark desires. Ooh. It starts April 24th if you want to start watching it, Ed.
No, I usually skip shows like that anyway.
Yeah. Once you see Ghost, forget it. All right. Powerball's up to $353 million, Ed. I know.
Does that mean I have to buy a ticket?
Well, if you want to win, you got to buy a ticket.
Oh.
That's how that works. And Disney's okay. They were being sued
Oh, I'm so
Again?
happy for them.
again, and this time they won.
What did they do?
Well, the jury says Disney didn't steal any ideas for the 2016 hit movie Moana from a man's story about a surfer boy. The 5-year legal battle ended Monday when the Los Angeles jury cleared Disney of copyright infringement charges.
Okay.
All right. Buck Woodall took the entertainment giant to court, claiming Moana, which is actually a pretty decent movie.
Yeah.
My daughter liked it.
Yeah.
And The Rock's in it. I mean, you can't go wrong with The Rock being in the movie. Claiming Moana lifted the script called Bucky the Surfer Boy that he says he gave to a relative who has ties to Disney. While his case has been cleared, Woodall has another $10 billion claim, wow, against Disney over the sequel, Moana 2, and that's going to hit their streaming service in a couple of days. So I think they're just looking for, a settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give me $5 million or something like that.
I like those
But-
Disney movies,
But
though. Those are-
Disney has got a lot of lawyers and pays them a lot of money, and they will fight. Disney fights, and they don't want to give away anything. So, okay, so let's see. Do anything else going? And Disney does have good movies.
They really do. I enjoy
Right.
watching them.
So-
Yeah.
And you go back and you watch them over and over. At least I do. A lot of things going on, but I don't know. All right, Tennessee. Tennessee is honoring Elvis Presley's wife, Priscilla Presley, with the state's highest civilian honor. She's an actress. She's a businesswoman. Former wife of Elvis Presley will be recognized during a ceremony at the state capitol in Nashville. She'll receive what's called the Colonial Aide de Camp Award. Her famous husband received the same award in 1961. Priscilla will also show support for the expansion and relocation of the Smithsonian Memphis Rock and Soul Museum, which she hopes to make a permanent fixture in Memphis. Anybody been to Graceland?
No.
No.
No. Would you like to go?
No.
No.
Not really.
If the if the crime rate came down in that general area of Tennessee, I would consider going. But things are not great in Memphis. So, I mean, Graceland's okay, but around it, I don't know. You might want to take a day, go to Nashville, and then take a day trip, and then get in and get out, and that kind of thing. But unless things have changed, but I hear that Memphis is not a very good place right now. So, which is too bad.
No plans to go there?
None at the moment. So, okay. Anyway, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure, as
All
always.
right, Ned Crew, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, and beware, the sky is still falling. Keep an eye on it. And all those stocks, see what's going on.
It's almost done falling.
And keep track of those puck wedgies.
Oh yeah, can't trust those guys.
Gives you something to do in the
When you go,
this weekend.
There's something to do when you go to Freetown.
Go to Freetown and look at the puck wedgies. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the Crew. It's coming your way at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Close to 3 million Massachusetts electric utility customers will be receiving a $50 credit on their April bills. Governor Maura Healey says all residential customers of Eversource, National Grid, and Unitil will receive that credit. Healey says this is just one step of a larger plan she has, is still being formed to reduce energy costs in the Commonwealth. A bottle bill has not been introduced in the current